Assalamualaikum. My name is Suhaira and my friend Atika Nuraini. We are from DDT 1C. So today we will do the presentation. For question 1 in PDE1, we write the algorithm IPO, Pseudocode and flowchart based on the problem given. The algorithm from this problem is: first, enter the cell 1, cell 2 and commission rate. Second, calculate total cell using formula total cell equals cell 1 plus cell 2. Third, calculate the commission using formula commission equal commission rate multiply total cell. And lastly, print total cell and commission. For the IPO, input is cell 1, cell 2 and commission rate. Process is calculate the total cell with formula total cell equals cell 1 plus cell 2 and calculate commission with formula commission equal commission rate multiply total cell. Output is total cell and commission. For the pseudocode, it begins with start, then input the cell 1, cell 2 and commission rate. Calculate the total cell equal cell 1 plus cell 2. Calculate the commission equal commission rate multiply total cell. Print the total cell and commission. And we close the pseudocode with N. Lastly, flowchart. It begins with start, then the first input is cell 1, second input is cell 2, third input is commission rate. Then process with calculate the total cell and calculate commission. And the first output is total cell, second output is commission. Lastly, put N.
Question 2. Algorithm is enter the price of first item, second item, third item, fourth item, fifth item and tax rate. And then calculate the total price using the formula and calculate the tax using this formula. And then calculate the total price with tax using this formula and display the total price, 5 item, total tax, total price and tax. IPO input is price first item, second item, third item, fourth item, fifth item and tax rate. Process is total prices formula, tax formula and total price with tax formula. And then output is total price 5 item, total tax and total price with tax. For pseudocode, start by input the price of 5 item and tax rate, calculate the total price using the formula, and then calculate the tax using this formula, and calculate the total price with tax using the formula, and it will display the total price, 5 item, total tax and total price with tax. For flowchart, start with input the first price, second price, third price, fourth price and fifth price, and then use the process, the total price process, and then go to the tax process, and then go to total price process, and then it will display total price, tax and total price with tax. Question number 3. Algorithm is set total sales to equal to 0, input the item price, and then calculate the discount price using this formula, and then calculate new price using price formula, and then print discount price and new price. For IPO, input the item price. For process, calculate discount price using this formula, and new process using this formula, and the output should be print discount price and new price. And for pseudocode, start by item price and then use the discount price formula and then use new price formula and print discount price and new price. For flowchart, start by input the first price and then use the process discount price and then new price process, and it will print discount price and new price. And that's it for PBE 1. Thank you for watching.
For answer question 1 in PBE 2, we have prepared a flowchart from the algorithm given. So, the flowchart is begin with start, then the first input is student name, second input is current date, third input is year of birth of student. Then process to calculate the student age using formula current year minus year of birth of student. And the output is student name and student age. The flowchart closes with N. For question 2, we write the Pseudocode for selection control structure from the problem given. The Pseudocode is begin with start, then input current temperature. If temperature is more than 38 degrees Celsius, the message tells go hospital quickly. Else, if temperature is equal or less than 38 degrees Celsius, the message tells eat the Panadol. Else, the message tells stay at home. Then and if Pseudocode closes with N.
For question 3, this is the while looping control structure. And for do while, start by set counter equal to 1, total 0 and average 0. Do input number, total equal to total plus number, no equals to no plus 1, while no is bigger or equal to 5. And the average is total divided by 5 and output average. For 4, start by 4, counter 1, total 0, average 0, and no bigger or equal to 5 and no plus plus. And then input number, total equal to total plus number, and then average is total divided by 5, and then output is average. Thank you.
For question 1 in PBE 3, we write the IPO from the problem given. The input is amount cash given to cashier and total amount to be paid. The process is calculate the balance using formula balance equal amount cash given to cashier minus total amount to be paid. The output is the balance. To run the program in C++, in first line is preprocessor directive, that is include IOStream. Second line is using namespace std. Then in main, we enter in amount given, double balance, in total price. Then for the output statement, cout is please enter amount given to a cashier. And the input cin is amount cash given to a cashier. Then the second output statement, cout is please enter total price. And input cin is the total price. Then we make the process statement, that is balance equal amount cash given to a cashier minus total price. The output is calculate balance, that is the result of process. Next line is system pause and last is return 0. This is the result after we run the program. First picture we input the amount cash given to cashier. Second picture we input the total price. Last picture is the output of the program.
For question 2 IPO, 500 ringgit is the input. Change RM to US dollar using the formula RM divided by US dollar is the process and money in US dollar is the output. This is the C++ programming. First, use hashtag include and IOStream, and then const $US equal to 3.58 ringgit. And then use namespace STT and enter int main, and int main amount of money and $US, and the output is enter the amount of money, and the input is the amount of money that you want. And then the US dollar equal to the amount of money that you type in divided by 3.58 ringgit. And the output is your money in US dollar. And it will end the program. And you will get 139 US dollar for 500 ringgit. That's it. Thank you.
For question 1 in PBP, we design a program. From the problem scenario given, refer to a programming life cycle. Phase 1 is specify the problem. The problem is design the program that determine whether the meeting room is in violation of higher law regulation regarding the maximum room capacity. Phase 2 is analyze the problem using IPO. The input from the problem scenario is meeting room, number of people, room capacity. Process is if the number of people less or equal to maximum room capacity, the message tell can use the meeting room and the number of people who can still attend the meeting. If not, the message tell cannot use the meeting room, and to reduce the number of people attending the meeting to use the room. Output is display message can use the meeting room or not, and number of people to add or reduce. Phase 3 is design the algorithm in FLOWCHART vector and Pseudocode. FLOWCHART is as shown on the slide. It begins with start. Then input is choose the meeting room mode. 1 is for the Limasari 1, 2 for the Limasari 2, 3 for the Limasari 3, and 4 for Brilliant Sari. Then next is selection. Is the meeting room equal with 1? If true, it will follow the flow yes. In flow yes, we must to enter the input number of people, and it will process the meeting room as the Limasari 1. Then it go to selection. If true, the number of people is less or equal with 30, it will process to calculate number of people who can attend the meeting and set proceed to use the meeting room. If false, it will process to calculate number of people to reduce and set cannot to use the meeting room. Then it go to selection. Is the set equal to proceed? If true, it will follow the flow yes, and the output is you may proceed using the meeting room and number of people who can attend. If false, it will follow the flow no, and the output is you cannot using the meeting room and number of people to reduce to use the room. If the meeting is not equal to 1, it will follow the flow of no. In flow of no, it will go to selection again. Is the meeting room equal to? If true, it will process like the flow yes before, but the meeting room set to the 5 sari 2 and the room capacity is 20. If false, it will go to selection again. Is the meeting room equal 3? If true, it will proceed like the flow yes before, but the meeting room set to the 5 sari 3 and the room capacity is 10. And if false, it also will be processed like the flow yes before, but the meeting room set to Berlian Sari and room capacity is 50. The pseudocode, it's begin start, then input meeting room. If meeting room equal 1, set meeting room as the 5 sari 1. Then input the number of people. If number of people less or equal 30, calculate the people can add by 30 minus number of people, and output is you may process using meeting room and people can add. As calculate people to reduce by number of people minus 30, and the output is you cannot using meeting room and people to reduce. And if meeting room equal to, set meeting room as the 5 sari 2, input the number of people. If number of people less or equal 20, calculate people can add by 20 minus number of people, and output is you may process using meeting room and people can add. As calculate people to reduce by number of people minus 20. Output you cannot using meeting room and people to reduce. And if meeting room equal 3, set meeting room as the 5 sari 3 and input the number of people. If number of people less or equal 10, calculate people can add by 10 minus number of people, and output you may process using meeting room and people can add. As calculate people to reduce by number of people minus 10. Output you cannot using meeting room and people to reduce. And if meeting room equal 4, set meeting room as Berlian Sari. Then input the number of people. If number of people less or equal 50, calculate people can add by 50 minus number of people. Output is you may proceed using meeting room and people can add. As calculate people to reduce by number of people minus 50, and output you cannot using meeting room and people to reduce. And if
For question 2, Phase 1, specify the problem. The problem is the number of calories needed for your body to maintain your weight if you do not exercise. Phase 2, analyze the problem using IPO. First input is weight, height, and age. Process is BMR for male and BMR for female. Output is the basal metabolic rate, BMR for female and male. Phase 3, design the algorithm in FLOWCHART Raptor and Pseudocode. This is FLOWCHART from Raptor. And Pseudocode. start by do input height, and then input weight, and then input age, and then input gender. If gender is F, use the female BMR formula, and if gender is M, use BMR male formula, and input Y or N to stop the process. The output is for weight, enter 58, and then for height, enter 153 centimeter for input, and then enter 37 for years in age, and then enter F because it is female, and if you don't want to proceed, just type in N, and it will get 1190 BMR for the female BMR. Thank you for watching.